I get up at 4 a.m. and I do a lot before 7 a.m. when I start my job as a childcare provider in my home. Why do I get up at 4 a.m.? Well, make sure you watch to find out. Hi, my name is Sarah, and here on our channel Work Life Glue, we share how we glue work and life together one piece at a time. Especially as a busy two-parent working family, we balance a lot and it is really hard. And I say balance loosely, it's more like just hack everything together and hope that it works. So we like to share tips and tricks along the way, help people feel like they're not alone, because there aren't a lot of two-parent working families on YouTube. And I just like to show how I fit everything in, how I do those things that are the most important to me, and get a lot done in the morning. So like I said, I get up at 4 a.m. I work on this channel, and then I do some me time, my miracle morning, or just, you know, my self-care time where I do stuff that I enjoy. And then it is time to get my kids up. And like I said, I'm a childcare provider in my home. I open at 7, so I have a lot to fit in those 3 hours. So let's find out what I do. So a lot of my morning routine actually starts the night before when I get the coffee pot ready so that it's a delayed start. This really helps me get out of bed in the morning so that I smell it and I know I'm looking forward to something delicious when I get out of bed. We also run the dishwasher, so that's ready. But then at 3:50 in the morning, my alarm goes off. I usually snooze it 1 or 2 times, but by the time I roll out of bed, I head straight to the coffee pot, put in my favorite creamer, fill up my coffee mug, and I also fill up my Contigo that lasts me all day. I love it. I usually finish it around 3 p.m. and this just really helps me set the tone for the morning. And then I head over to the computer, and for at least an hour I work on this YouTube channel. So I'm usually editing videos, I am sometimes working on thumbnails, uploading videos, you name it, I'm doing it. I also have a Facebook group now, so sometimes I'm working on that, and I have information about that below, and I have some other little projects going on behind the scenes that you guys will see soon. So editing is just a lot of sitting here recording like I am right now, cutting, you know, different audio clips and video clips, adding music, moving things around, seeing how I like it. But I also have to upload thumbnails for each video and things like that, and get it all the SEO and everything once it's uploaded. So it's a lot of work, so that's why I dedicate some time in the morning to do it. And then as I'm editing, I use Trello. Not sponsored in any way, but I like to keep track of anything I say I'll link to on Trello so that you guys can find it once it's time for me to upload. I just copy and paste that over, add the links, and it makes it really easy. Some days I do work on this a lot longer than just the 1 hour, and I skip my miracle morning. Some days I do my miracle morning. It really just depends on what I have going on. If I have enough time to edit and get it up on the schedule that I like to upload on. You know, there's no perfect solution, there's no perfect morning routine, you just go with what works for you. So on this particular day, I finished this video and I was exporting it, and while I was exporting it, I was uploading my post to Instagram. I post every day, so I try to do that when I have little tidbits of time throughout my morning routine. And then I head over to the couch and I grab all my miracle morning routine supplies, which looks like a lot. Actually, it's not that bad. So I do this everyday holy devotional. I like to start off my day with that, and then I also will pray after I do this. I just love the stories in this one. It makes it really relatable to real life and the struggles that a lot of women go through. And then I move on to getting my lap desk out, and I grab a set of, there's 3 different journals. This particular one I use as my gratitude journal, so I just write down 3 things I'm grateful for, and this really helps me start my day off with a positive mindset, because I have struggled with anxiety and depression and stuff like that. So this really helps me center myself and think about the good things. So I like to look back on that. And then in this pink one, I just like to write down little things that my girls are doing. I have 2 daughters, Celia, who's 4.5, and Bryony, who's 2. And so I just like to write down little things that they've been doing, funny things they've said, what they're really into, little memories we've made together. And I just really love how this is a collection of a ton of different memories that we can look back on beyond just pictures that don't always tell a whole lot. And then I move on to my journal. Sometimes I do what's called scribing in here, and sometimes I just do straight journaling. Scribing is where you pretend that all of your dreams have come true, you're in the future, and you're writing about it in the present tense like they've already happened. So like, I just love my life. I love that I'm making this much money and my kids are doing this and I feel great about my body. I weigh this, and just think of all your goals, but thinking of them as already having come true. So you write about that. It just really puts you in a good mental space and gets you really excited and puts out that positive energy. And then I will sometimes do a guided visualization or just visualize on my own. So I just Google or go into YouTube and look up guided visualizations, and I close my eyes and I visualize like a certain scenario or something that I want to happen in my life. And this is just a really good practice to do, and gets your brain kind of in the mode for making your dreams come true and seeking out those opportunities and finding the right things to do along the way. I also like to spend 15 to 20 minutes reading in the morning. This is when I get most of my reading done, because by the time I go to bed, I'm so tired. So I'm reading this book called Fair Play, but that really just depends on what's going on. And I will be starting a book club in my Facebook group in the start of the year. So if you're a busy mom and you want to connect with other moms, make sure you check that out. So at about 5:40, I head upstairs and I get ready. So I am a childcare provider in my home, but I do like to look presentable, and sometimes I go places at night. So I like to have a little makeup on, brush my teeth, use my water pick, take care of my teeth, plug my straightener in so it's hot by the time I'm ready for it. And then, deodorant, all the normal stuff. I always wash my eye makeup off in the morning because I use waterproof mascara. So it takes a while for it to really want to come off. And then I usually listen to something informational or uplifting in the morning. So this particular morning, I listened to Janet Lansbury's Unruffled podcast, which is a great podcast for parents. And then I do my witch hazel mist. I learned about this from Sherry from Young House Love. And then I do some moisturizer. I have a pretty simple skincare routine, nothing too fancy. I also have this little list on my mirror to get me motivated and make me remember all the things that I have going on in my life that are blessings. I do some liquid foundation every morning using a beauty blender just to kind of even things out. And then I go in with just some pressed powder to set everything. I use this Everyday Minerals blush that I've had for probably way too long, but they last a really long time. It's a really good company. I haven't bought from them in quite a while, but I really enjoyed their stuff. And then I move on to mascara, which makes a huge difference for this redhead with short eyelashes, but I'm almost always interrupted by my 4-year-old at some point, usually way earlier than this in my morning routine. But I put on my mascara. Sometimes I'll do eyeliner, but usually I don't. It just depends on what's going on, but it makes a huge difference. And then I do a little bit of eyebrow pencil so that my blonde eyebrows show up. Sometimes I straighten my hair, sometimes I don't. I try to more often than not just to look more presentable and feel better in my skin since I'm home all day. And then, I don't know about you, but I always get mascara on my eyelid no matter how hard I try, so I always wash that off. And then I'm good to go. I will grab some disinfecting spray from 7th Generation and just clean off the countertop before I go get dressed. In our bedroom, we have vision boards. I have a whole video on this, I'll link below, but I like to look at this while I'm getting dressed and just visualize the life I want and think of all the things that I want to become and do and changes I want to make and how I want to feel. And it's just a really good way to start your morning. Pick out a pretty simple outfit, just like one of my favorite t-shirts and some jeans. We make our bed. It's nothing fancy, but try to make sure that's always done. Head over to my 4-year-old's room, get her clothes ready. She is supposed to get up at 6, but that doesn't usually happen. So Celia already got dressed with bracelets and all. So now what do we do?
Brush your teeth.
And?
Do our hair.
Okay, what hairstyle are we doing today?
Braids.
All the way down?
Yeah.
Okay. So I still help her with doing her hair and helping her brush her teeth. So I let her pick out her hairstyle. This particular day she picked a French braid, which takes a little bit, but she's usually good about sitting for it. And then we just kind of talk. Sometimes we'll say affirmations together, like I am smart, I am strong, I am beautiful, I am a good friend, I am a good daughter, and stuff like that. I really want to pass those things on to my kids as well. And then it's time to brush her teeth. Sometimes she does it, sometimes I do it. Really just depends. I'm all about picking my battles. But then she is ready, so we head downstairs. I usually get stuff ready for my younger daughter, for my husband, like her clothes and her toothbrush. Ever since Celia weaned, when she was almost 2, off of nursing, she has hot tea in the morning in a sippy cup. It's just how we've always done it. It's just warmed up milk at this point. And then we usually do fruit juice pouches, but we're out, so we just bought some naked juice, and so they can get some vitamins from, actual food in the morning. And then we have this bin I pull out every morning, and they take their vitamins, and we do this little essential oil roller down their spine. And then I also have hair stuff in here to do Bryony's hair, and we do what we're thankful for every morning. What are you thankful for this morning, Seals?
I'm thankful for
The earth, okay. So I wanted something for the girls to sit and do in the morning, because they often have to eat, because Celia has preschool today and a couple days a week, so she doesn't have time to eat breakfast during daycare before the bus comes. But I also wanted it to be like a time they're getting something meaningful in, so we do a devotional, and then they watch a VeggieTales or a beginner Bible story on YouTube, and then they color a Bible picture. So usually Celia picks out the picture, and then I'll read our devotional, and then they color and watch VeggieTales while and San is actually home this morning to help, which is really nice when that's possible. Okay. Bryony doesn't really care if it's ripped. The way to pray. Have you ever made a wish? Kids like to make wishes. Many times parents put candles on their children's birthday cakes to make the celebration even more. Okay, starting a VeggieTales. Also in the morning, if Celia does a good job staying in her room till her clock turns green, which you did a good job overall,
I just went potty.
then you get a Kunmo in your...
I just went potty
Sure.
on that.
You did. I'm proud of you.
In the lab.
On days Celia has school, I give them a breakfast now. I give Bryony it too, just because she's going to complain if she doesn't get it. So I'm just going to do bagels and oranges, and then I also have to pack her school lunch. Good morning, baby. Papa just got Bryony up. We gotta go get your diaper change and get dressed. Where you go, baby? Celia, there's your breakfast. Since my older daughter has preschool, I usually pack her lunch, just something pretty simple that she'll actually eat. So on this particular day, I packed some little pretzel chips, strawberries, blueberries, some carrots, like petite cut ones, some hummus, which she loves, and some goldfish. If you've seen my daycare day in the life, this is what we do. We color while I'm making breakfast, so I get that ready in the morning too. I usually do our younger daughter's hair while she's eating breakfast and watching her VeggieTales, because otherwise she can't sit still. I don't know, some people think it's gross. I think it's totally normal, and I clean the countertop before I make breakfast, so it's not a big deal to me, and this saves a lot of sanity. And then I will also roll their back with the essential oils and stuff while they're sitting here. Got our water bottles filled for the day. I pretty much always run a load at night, but this one I actually had already moved to the dryer before I went to bed, so I'm just gonna pull this out, and these are just towels we use for washing our hands and various cleaning, and cleaning up the kitchen and stuff like that. So I wash them with bleach, and then Gotta distribute them to the bathroom where the kids wash their hands for daycare, and then to the kitchen. Okay, time to start our daycare day. I hope you guys enjoyed this look into my morning. It's always different every day. I change it up, but this is a typical example of what a morning is like at our house. If my husband's home, a lot of times he is not, so I'm doing everything on my own, but it works. It's a well-oiled machine for the most part. I would love to know, since our comments are disabled, you'll need to go over to our community tab and find this video and comment there. But I would love to know what your morning looks like. What time do you get up? Do you get up before your kids? Do you get up with your kids? How do you fit it all in the morning? I would love to know, so make sure you comment over there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.